Hi everyone, it's Alexis from Gender 200. This is the first gender class I've ever taken. It was very eye-opening, very educational, and I loved it. I had never heard of intersectionality before, and being raised where I was raised, intersectionality has something that I've learned more about, because being raised in my area is predominantly white men leading everything, owning a lot of the businesses. I wasn't shown all the problems that were going on in the world when I was younger. I wasn't aware that people of other races got treated so poorly, except for in movies that we watched or in history lessons that we learned. Because in my area, it wasn't normal. We didn't really have people of the other race in our schools. I didn't know about the LGBTQ community until I got most of the way through high school. I didn't see how bad and how different men, women, and children of other races were treated until I got into college and started taking more history courses. I loved taking the African history courses I've taken. I've taken two, and every single one of them I have loved every single bit of it. The lesson that most connected to me was learning about stereotypes, bias, discrimination, and prejudice. A lot of my family members, mostly my uncles on my dad's side, are very discriminatory, biased, and prejudiced and stereotypical of other races. They are quite racist to other African American men, women, and children that are in our community, that are in the area. They were very opinionated about Kamala Harris running for vice president. They didn't want it. They didn't like it. They didn't agree with anything she said. And how unfair they treat people that are in the LGBTQ community, because I have 3 cousins on my dad's side that are in LGBTQ community. I have 1 gay cousin, I have 2 non-binary cousins, and my uncle doesn't treat his daughters as fairly as he used to once he figured it out. None of my uncles really treat my cousins as fairly as they used to. I mean, they still treat my gay cousin well because they've known him as a straight man. He is very opinionated. He will tell you how he feels. He doesn't care what you think. I would love to learn more about prejudice, because many people are prejudiced but don't know what it means, don't know exactly what prejudice is and everything. And it's something I want to learn so that I can educate others as well. The article I chose is titled Lesson of the Day, Asian Americans Grapple with Tide of Attacks. So, mostly in New York is what the article is talking about. Men, women, and children of Asian American descent are being attacked. They're attacked for their race. They're not attacked for their gender, they're attacked for their race as being Asian Americans. And the discrimination in the article helps people, students, learn just how badly Asian Americans have it. They may not have it as bad as African Americans have had it for years and years and years, but it's coming out now. More Asian Americans have been attacked. Mostly it started once Donald Trump stated that coronavirus came over from China, which is not correct at all, because coronavirus is in Europe before it came over to America, which everyone knows, but it wasn't their fault that they brought it over. It was accidental. It wasn't stated, oh, we have a very big virus going around. Everyone thought it was like the flu. It was around flu season, so it was normal. So it wasn't that fault. It wasn't their fault, but Donald Trump got that in people's heads, and now they're treating Asian Americans completely differently than what they should be. I want to change how people are treated, people of other races, as well as people in the LGBTQ community and people with disabilities. I want to create a safe space for them in my community so that they can be who they really are. Like the camp that we watched, the camp with disabilities, how men, children, and women of all different types of disabilities could go there for like a week or 2 and just be who they are. They don't have to act, oh yeah, I'm fine, because their parents wanted them to act a certain way in public because they didn't want people to know that their child had a disability, or they didn't want people to treat them unfairly or differently because their child had a disability. I want to become more educated and open-minded about all of this, because this is common in the world today. There's many people with disabilities. There's many people in the LGBTQ community, and there's many people of the different race. And being more educated on this will help me educate others in the future, such as my uncles, knowing how to school them, because it drives me crazy of how opinionated they are with race. I want to be able to school them and say, oh yeah, but we treated them so unfairly when we were a long time ago. I mean, remember your history courses in school. They have not changed much since you guys got out, because history has continuously changed, but a lot of the history books still talk about slavery, how the slave trade happened and everything. And it's just, I want people to be educated so that they don't misjudge other people, because in society today, we judge others before we actually know them, and it's very upsetting to see, because we'll look at someone and go, oh, I don't like them because of what they're wearing, or I don't like them because of how they're acting, but something could be going on. They could have a disability. They could have been arguing with someone because that person came up and attacked them. I want to learn all of this and become more educated. Thank you, everyone. I've loved this class. I hope to take more in the future. Thank you.